of the Republic. And today I'm very proud to see that it's not only those who have money to pay cash, but these needed people, targeted by the head of state, people who need the support of Crédit Foncier, who now will be owner of their apartment. I'm very happy.
The minister expressed satisfaction at the rate at which the project is going and the consequent ramifications in the area in terms of development, such as new commercial activities, construction of schools, and the access way. As such, she concluded that the demand is there, that the vast land is there, thereby encouraging that such low-cost housing should be constructed to match the ever-growing population. She lauded the efforts of partners, calling on them to go an extra mile.
As you heard on the headline, the government of Cameroon has so far recovered 30 billion francs CFA in the ongoing physical identification of government personnel. This in a bid to dismiss or get rid of civil servants who continue eating from the state coffers unduly. The information was made known by the Minister of Public Service and Administrative Reforms, Joseph Anderson Lay, this Wednesday, May 26, during a press conference in Yaoundé. Let's get more from the following excerpt.
Upon observation, it is almost 4 years since the state has been trying to get some clarity on the situation of these personnel. Since the investigation phase has come to an end, it is high time that the repressive measure should be implemented. This phase of repression is strongly called for today by the President of the Republic, His Excellency Paul Biya, following the unfortunate observation of chronic absenteeism of state employees at their duty positions. In any case, the public service can no longer keep absent workers indefinitely. The time for administrative tolerance is over.
And talking about civil servants or government workers carrying out their job, the Littoral Regional Governor of Public Health, Dr. Mambo Maka Albert, has just rounded up a 3-day tour, that is contact tour with health personnel in Kongsamba, Mungo Division. That was on Tuesday, May the 25th. The regional health boss was on his first contact tour carried out in 3 phases, the third marking the end. He concluded with a surprise visit at the Government Training School for State-Registered Nurses, where final year students were defending. He then visited the head of the health district, Dr. Bekolo Epierre Calvin, with whom he had a one-on-one discussion on the epidemiological situation of the health district. They equally discussed on the deployment of the 900 doses of the Sinopharm vaccine against COVID-19, which the Mungo Division recently received. The regional delegate put a definitive stop to the tour with a final visit at the Kongsamba Regional Hospital. Over in the far north region of Cameroon, economic and developmental stakeholders have just rounded up or launched an inclusive economic and social recovery project for Lake Chad known as Resilal. That was on Tuesday, May 25th. It took place in Maroua under the auspices of the President of the Far North Regional Council, Daniel Kalbasu, and the Bishop of Maroua Mokolo, Bishop Bruno Ateba, with the partnership of the European Union. The Forum on Socio-Economic Development of the Far North region brings to the table new possibilities of opportunities offered by the regionalization, decentralization, and the 2030 developmental strategy. We have in the following excerpts Daniel Kalbasu and Bishop Bruno Ateba, who tell us more, insisting on the role of the people in the success of the project. Let's listen.
The forum is to define the strategic development of this area, the way you want to prioritize to to define, to transform the need of the population into action. Because as you know, there are so many things to do. We have to put priority. We have to define the rule. And that's why the forum is there, in order to define those rules, the strategy, the ways, and the main action we have to take in order to develop this region. And we need the contribution of everybody. It's not something you stay alone and you decide. You have to have the participation of all the technicians, all the population, so that we have a good program we could defend and present to international organizations, to our government, in order to get financing.
Want to work together with the new concept to develop our region. As you know, our region have a lot of potentiality, agriculture, and the diocese need to continue to help this region for the development.
To round up with news out of Cameroon, beginning in Africa, Mali's President Ban Dao has pushed out some leaders of the country who were tasked with bringing back peace and civilian rule to the country, this following a coup. And in reaction, ECOWAS has sent former Nigerian president to look into the issue. While out of the African continent, President Joe Biden and the U.S., that is the U.S. President, and Vladimir Putin of Russia are to meet in the summer in Geneva, that is in Switzerland, on June 6 in order to discuss bilateral ties between both nations in the summit. Details of this with Rogia Tububa.
Mali's strongman on Tuesday pushed out leaders tasked with steering the return to civilian rule following a coup, as former colonial power France warned it could lead a charge to impose sanctions against the regime. Colonel Assimi Goïta, who headed a junta, declared that the transitional president Ban Dao and Prime Minister Mokhtar Ouane had been stripped of their powers, and he promised elections in 2022. The announcement marks the latest crisis to hit the vast West African country, burdened by poverty and struggling with a militant insurgency. Dao and Ouane have been heading an interim government that was installed in September under the threat of regional sanctions, with the declared aim of restoring full civilian rule within 18 months. The Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, dispatched former Nigerian leader Goodluck Jonathan to Bamako as it scrambled to respond to the latest crisis in the Sahel country. Monday's reshuffle came amid signs of discontent among the public, which had initially hailed the army for bringing down Ibrahim Boubacar Keïta. United States President Joe Biden and Russian President Vladimir Putin will hold a long-anticipated summit in Geneva, Switzerland, on June 16, marking the first meeting between the two leaders since Biden became president in January. According to a statement, the two leaders are to discuss bilateral ties, problems related to strategic nuclear stability, and other issues, including cooperation in the fight against COVID-19 and regional conflict. The Biden administration has criticized Russia for the arrest and jail of opposition leader Alexei Navalny. Last month, the administration announced it was expelling 10 Russian diplomats and sanctioning dozens of Russian companies in response to the SolarWinds hack and election interference allegations. The Putin-Biden summit will be the first between American and Russian leaders since July 2018, when ex-President Donald Trump met Putin and declared he believed the Russian president's assertion that he did not interfere in the 2016 elections.
That brings us to the end of the news for today, Wednesday, the 26th of May 2021. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow for another edition. Good night.